Hello friends, in the previous video we've discussed how to develop chess pieces. Today, I will teach you the third golden principle of chess, king safety. The king safety is very important. If you don't keep your king safe, your king will be checkmated easily. Castling is the most important option. And after castling, 3 pawns in front of your king are very important to create barriers for the opponent. Let me show you which pawns I'm talking about. If you are a white and you're castled on king side, then h2, g2, and f2 pawns are important. And if you're black, then h7, g7, and f7 pawns are important. Now, let's see the queen side. After castling on the queen side, for white, a2, b2, and c2 pawns are important, and a7, b7, and c7 pawns are important for black. Note, don't move these pawns without any good reason. Okay, let's create a simple scenario and see what happens if the king is not safe. Here, white moves his g3 pawn to g4 to attack the black queen on f5. This is not a good move from white in this situation. Because of this move, the white f2 king is compromised and unsafe. Okay, let's punish this unsafe white king. From here, black can simply move his b4 knight to d3. See, now the white king on f2 is in check. From here, the white king is forced to move from f2 to g3. Now, the black plays a tactical move by capturing the white pawn on d4 from his c6 knight. Take a note, black is not trying to save his f5 queen, which is under attack by the g4 pawn. Why? The answer is simple. Chess is a game of strategy. Black is willingly sacrificing his queen as a strategic move. See here, the white g4 pawn is capturing the black queen on f5. Now black can simply move his d4 knight to the f5 square and capture the f5 pawn. You can see from here the white king on g3 is under check. Now the white king can move to h3 or g4 squares. Let's say if the white king moves from g3 to h3, then black can move his d3 knight to the f2 square. And this is a checkmate for the white king on h3. Now, from h3, the white king can't move, because on h2, g2, the white's own pawn and bishop are blocking his move. And the g3 and h4 squares are controlled by the f5 black knight. Plus, h3 and g4 square is controlled by the f2 black knight. So the white king will not go to h3. The white king will move from g3 to g4. From here, there is mate in 2 moves. If the black moves his pawn from h7 to h5, now white king can only move h3 or g5. And you too can see now the white is in checkmate from everywhere. How? If white will move his king from g4 to h3, then black will move his d3 knight to f2. And this is a check and checkmate. Let's say if the white king moves from g4 to g5, then there are 2 ways to checkmate the white king. 1. The black can move his g7 bishop to f6 and checkmate the king on g5. 2. The black can move his g7 bishop to h6 and checkmate the king on g5. So remember, 2 things for the king's safety. 1. Make castling quickly. 2. Move the pawns in front of the king after castling cautiously. Move them only if you have a good reason to, or if you're forced to move. This is all for today's lesson. I hope you've understood why king safety is key for your game. In the next video, we will talk about chess piece symbols and their values. If you like the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.